these people will be with you?
I've never said 4 bodyguards were always with me. I said these are bodyguards, and they are assigned to a body. When you go to a toilet, they are there. It can't be all 4 of them. Obvious. I mean, they assign each other's responsibilities. I was just saying to the court, I had subs with me. As to which one was in the car, which one was on the stage, their pocketbook will tell. But subs was there. And it is not in dispute, Your Worship, that I had police with me.
Thank you. I'm going to go on to the next bodyguard statement. It's marked A66. The introductory paragraphs is not that important. I hope you don't mind if I go straight to the crux of the actual statement. The next statement that I want to read to you is Lungisa, Morrison, and Zelani. He also states that on 21 July 2018, my colleague and I was assigned to escort, I assume it's escort and typing errors, Mr. Julius Malema and his dignitaries who arrived at the East London airport. With us was, it's supposed to be 3 colleagues from the National Protection Security Officers whom we met at the East London airport. The 3 colleagues are known to me as Collins, Kara, Chauke, and I can confirm that Collins drove Julius Malema's vehicle, a black Mercedes-Benz, from the arrival until the departure. On the 28th of July 2018, I can confirm that Collins from the National Protection Security Service drove Mr. Malema's vehicle. Sergeant Kuma from the London PSS office was the leading vehicle, a 328 BMW. It's type LAC, L-A-C-K, but I assume it's supposed to be black vehicle. And that was just a typing, and he was alone. I was in the backup vehicle, a Ford Ranger, white in color, with Kara from the National PSS office. We departed from the accommodation site to the Sisa Dukasha Stadium, Dansanis, London, in the above formation. On our arrival, the 3 colleagues from the National PSS office was allowed on the stage erected for the EFF 5th celebrations, while myself and Sergeant Kuma was not allowed and remained parked outside the designated area. I can confirm that during the evening of 28th of July 2018, my colleague and I was allowed into the designated area by the tents to get food. Later, we were allowed to enter the parking area to align the vehicle for the escort to be escorted out. At no stage did I enter the stage area and witness any shooting taking place in my presence. I only became aware of the alleged shooting taking place via the national news and social media. He also stated that it was the type of firearm number 10, the firearms that they had on their possession. So I don't really want to focus on the last paragraph. It's just basically saying what they had, what they were carrying during that. So in other words, he said he was also not close to that stage or at the stage during the incident. He didn't see what transpired there.
I wouldn't know it's his statement.
I will going to move to the next bodyguard statement, Mr. Peter Piha Edwin Kage. It's A67. Paragraph 1, he basically just gives his occupation, where he's employed, and so on. I don't think it's necessary to read that particular paragraph, but he was also one of the protection services people. I'm going to start with his affidavit that he made, paragraph 2. The purpose of this affidavit is to provide the investigating officer with my version of events that took place during the EFF. But I just want to make sure my colleagues did get the actual statement. Sorry, I apologize. Yes, I want to apologize for that.
Worship, we have all the statements. It was confirmed when we cross-examined Colonel Swartboy with all of these statements.
You don't want to take him out?
Yes.
I'm not saying anything, but I've got no objection to it.
Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, Bishop. I'll try to read slower. Thank you, Mr. I'm going to start with paragraph 2. I'm going to read much slower than I did earlier. The purpose of this affidavit is to provide the investigating officer with my version of events that took place during the EFF 5th anniversary celebration in Dunsane, East London, on 28 July 2018. This affidavit does not traverse each and every detail of the event, but rather addresses the incident regarding the alleged discharging of a firearm by the political party leader, Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Julius Malema, who was at the time the subject of my duties as a VIP protector. Paragraph 3. During the alleged incident referred to in paragraph 2 above, I was on the stage with my back turned to the crowd. My back was turned to the crowd because I think you want to say I was in charge of securing the back door to the left. I was covering the left side entrance from the back that lead to the front of the stage. I was responsible, among other things, for the verification of accreditations of individuals who were gaining access to the stage.
Worship, may I make a suggestion that we hand your worship a copy? It's ridiculous to. These are long statements. It's not in dispute. I can hand them to your worship rather than writing, because the questions are becoming 5 or 10 minutes and difficult to answer. In any event, I believe once he's cross-examined on them, they could be accepted as exhibits. I have them all. I'll hand them up as he talks. My one has a bit of underlining, but he has 65, 66, and those on 67. We have spare copies.
Thank you.
It will be in the end series in due course. They've got flags to assist your worship as well. Your worship, let me also explain. There are signed versions. Your worship, the docket was typed, as it often happens.
Yes.
So it will say they're signed, and it was signed in the handwritten version.
No,
So there's nothing to be drawn from the fact that they're not attested to in these copies.
No,
We have the, if your worship wants, I'll give you the handwritten ones as well.
No, I accepted those copies and that it is start and it will be easy
Thank you.
for me to follow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think I stopped. I was covering the left side entrance from the back that lead to the front of the stage. I was responsible, amongst other things, for the verification of accreditation of individuals who were gaining access to the stage. In paragraph 4, I did not personally see the Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Julius Malema, discharge any firearm during the event and during his time on stage. Further to the above, I did not see him in possession of any item that had the appearance of a real or toy gun. Paragraph 5. During the time the Commander-in-Chief was on the stage, there was a substantial noise resulting from the fireworks which were ignited at the time he was on stage. As a result thereof, I cannot state, deny or confirm that I heard the sound of gunshots.
It's his statement, Your Worship. And what is more interesting is that they went to collect their statements, but never invited them here to come and become witnesses. The court should wonder why. Why the officers of the court who were there on that day, who could be the most reliable witnesses of all witnesses, were left out. If anything, we went to fetch a cleaner who picked up a cartridge, but did not go and fetch a trained police officer who can distinguish all types of sounds and who can distinguish real or a toy gun. I never asked for their statements. They collected their statements and never invited them here. Some of these questions as to where were you parked? Were you sleeping? Were you eating? You went to fetch food. What time? I can't answer for that. They must answer for themselves because they were since invited to come and give their statement. So, Your Worship, the statements are not favorable to the case of the state. As a result, they leave out the people who can help this court arrive at a proper conclusion because of that. Those people. Those are the most trusted people of all of us who were there, police officers.
Mr. Malema, the person that you identified yesterday on the video, which you said was a close protection person, that specific person, what was his name?
Kari. And I'm not just saying he was there. I showed you on the video there. And not my video, your video. I didn't bring any video myself.
Do you know if this Kari is just a nickname? Do you know what's his real name?
The way you are reading it differently, I'm reading it differently. But if you give me that thing, the name, whatever paper you are reading, maybe we're talking about the same thing. Because I heard your pronunciation is different from my pronunciation, but we're going in the same direction.
Yes. I'm going to read the affidavit now of Mr. Thomas Chauke to you.
Was it by 68?
It's A68. I'm going to start at paragraph 2 because paragraph 1 is basically just where he's employed and the formalities in making an affidavit of this nature.
Sure.
Paragraph 2 states the purpose of this affidavit is to provide the investigating officer with my version of events that took place during the EFF's 5th anniversary celebration at Ndansane, East London on the 28th July 2018. This affidavit does not transverse each and every detail of the event, but rather addresses the incident regarding the alleged discharging of a firearm by a political party leader, Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Julius Malema, who was at the time the subject of my duties as a VIP protector. Paragraph 3. During the alleged incident referred to in paragraph 2 above, I was on the stage with my back turned to the crowd. My back was turned to the crowd because I was in charge of securing the back door to the right. I was covering the right side entrance from the back that lead to the front of the stage. I was responsible, amongst other things, for the verification of accreditation of individuals who were gaining access to the stage. I did not personally see the Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Julius Malema, discharge a firearm during the event and during his time on stage.